Okay, hi everybody. As promised, it's quit raining. As you can tell, there's no rain out here right now. And I'm outside, so hopefully you can hear this. But as I promised, I was going to do a demonstration on how this Blue Max built-to-work chain sharpener that I posted a few days ago actually works. So here we go. I'm just going to remount the camera and we're going to try to do this freehand. So let's see how we can do this. Well, first of all, I've used this. I've tried it out and it works actually pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a brand new chain so you can see how sharp a new chain looks. This one here is an older chain. I don't know if you can, we'll zoom in as close as we can here. Give you a thing. Can you see those little lines? See, that's where the inscribed line is. Let's see, can I see this? We're back here. Yeah, there we are. Okay, those little lines shows you how much left, or tooth or meat or whatever is left on this chain. Okay, they're very little. But I wanted to practice on an old chain instead of a new chain, obviously, because I paid 45 bucks for a new chain. So okay, so anyways, I'm just gonna put my gloves on and then we're gonna show you how to do this, okay? So just bear with me. So, now remount the camera. Okay, oops. Okay, focus. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna put some gloves on. You don't probably necessarily need gloves, but I'm all about trying to be safety and promote good things. So before I put my earmuffs on, I'll show you the new chain. So this is a new chain. Husqvarna brand new chain. Does it have the price on here? No, it doesn't. Okay, but it's brand new, never been used. So we're gonna open it up. Here we are. You can see this, opening it up. Pull this out. Okay, now this here, can you see that? I'm hoping you can pick this up. Is a brand new chain. Okay, it's relatively sharp. If you look at that, well, it should be super sharp. Okay, can we get in here? Okay, there's a bit of an angle. It's kind of hard to hold this like this, but or maybe this way. Okay, hopefully you can see this, get a visual of what this looks like. See if it'll focus. But this is the tooth right now. And if you can see that, I'm hoping this will focus. Maybe not. But anyways, it's straight and it's relatively, let's see, maybe it's my gloves. Here, try this. Let's see what happens. I'm trying to do this for everyone. Can you see that? Will it focus? I guess not. Well, let's see. Try this. Nope. Okay. Well, try to take my word for it. It's sharp and it's a new chain. There we go. Oops, right there. All right. Kind of gives you a broader perspective of this. But okay, you get the gist. It's a new chain. Okay. Now here is, put this back in here. Here is a chain that I've used. You can see this one, black gloves on. That's probably not helping much. But anyways, can you see that? I don't know, maybe. It's used, kind of give you an idea of the shape it's in. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see that. But anyhow, what I'm looking at is right here. Oh, wait a minute. Right on the edge here, if I can get something to show you, is right in here, there's a bit of a gap and it goes flush on the edge. Okay? And I'm trying to show you this because I want to be able to demonstrate once, to give you a clear idea, I guess, of how this is going to work when I start sharpening it. So there's the tooth of a modern, I'll probably use this about maybe 3-4 wood trips. So, and it's been filed a few times. So, anyways, there you go. Enough of that. Delays. Okay, on to this. Dismount this. Okay. Now, if we can get this all working here. Okay. Now, first thing, if you remember from the old one, this handle is a brake, and if you squeeze it, watch this right here. When I squeeze it, it grabs the tooth from the base. So when you're grinding, when you go down like so and you go to grind it, it doesn't flop over or flip or do any of this wonky stuff. This little guide here, you just back it up until it gets really close to the tooth, and then once it's there, as this comes down, I'll move out of the way here. Can you see that? I hope you can see this. It comes down, it rides on the tooth, and then it just goes and it grinds. But you don't want to grind it too deep, which is what this little screw here is for. It's a depth gauge or depth screw, which hits this little piece right here. Like I said, it's a little dirty, and I've used it, so it's not quite hitting it like right down to the bottom right now. If you can see this from outside, but anyways, I'm going to adjust it just a little bit, and you adjust it. Let's see if I can freehand this. Okay, let's see this. You go like so, and there. I don't know if you saw it move, but it just drops just ever so slightly. Okay, you lift it up and you lift it down like so. Okay, now what I want to do here, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to turn it on. Oh, by the way, let's not get too far ahead of us. I'm on a 30-degree angle. Now I found by doing this, the 30-degree angle works really well for the tooth sitting in the direction that it is currently, right? It's like, I guess, pointing more to the right. I guess the tooth is going to the right, is what I'm trying to say. And you can see the little line. That line on the tooth indicates as soon as the tooth is ground down or filed down to that line, it's now considered unsafe or time to replace it, because there is no really tooth left to be cutting with. Okay, so that's what this is. But like I said, I've had this. This is an older chain, and I'm practicing on the older chain to make sure I got this right before I use the good chain. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on, and then I'm going to grind it. So let's see how I'm going to do this. First, we'll turn it on, give you an indication of how loud this thing is. You can hear that. Can you see it spinning? Okay, it's not very loud. Relatively simple. So, okay, I'll remount the camera. I can do this with one hand. Everything's one-hand jobs here. Okay, gonna put my earmuffs on. Hopefully you can still hear me. And now, let's see if I can do this. So you bring it down. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. We'll try it from this side. Take it off again. Okay. See if we can get this. Okay, so tooth is all snug. As you can see, I'm just turning it. Oops, here we go. Here will you do this tooth. So you snug it up, push it down. Okay, now, if I can freehand this. Bring this down. Okay, and as I bring it down, I'm going to squeeze the tooth. You can see that, squeezing it, and now you'll get a few sparks. See, that's all it does. Quick little thing. You just want to touch it enough to take any burrs or any little nicks that you may have hit with small stones or just even dirt itself possibly. So you just tap it. See that? Zoom in and move some more. And there you go. So that's one tooth. Now we'll turn this off for a second. Now I can hear a little smoother. So now, like I was saying earlier, if I can get it. Oh, here, I move this thing out of the way. See this? See the meat on that tooth? I don't know if you can see that. But it seems like a lot of meat has been taken off that tooth. Okay? But if you look at the edge over here, right, it's really thin. And I believe this is what's been cutting. Because you touch it, I got gloves on, but you touch it and you can feel it digging in. Look at this one. See that one right there? That point on it? See? So even though there's a lot of surface curving like this and on this, the edges are really sharp, is what I'm trying to get at. So this is how you sharp the tooth going to the right. Now, to do it to the left, I found, it's under here, and if you can see this, there you go. There's that little knob that was on it. Okay, so I'm just gonna loosen it off, and I've got it mounted here on a, what is this, Workmate Black & Decker table. I got a 2x4 down here screwed into this board, and then the board shoots into the Workmate, and then you clamp it down there, and then this here piece, this clear piece of 2x4 right here, I can remove this or unscrew this, or I can clamp this into a vise if it's raining. But if I do it in the shed, I don't have that much light in the shed, that's why I had to wait for the weather to dry up here. Okay, so now I backed this off. Whoop, there it goes. And I found, if you look at the teeth on this one, right there, there's a line, okay? And if you go too far over, like let's just put it to 35. Okay, maybe 34 or whatever, but okay, let's say there. If you come down on your tooth, which is, back this up a bit. Okay, if you come, no, gotta back it up more. Right there. If you back it up that far, right, and you sit it, this is at 33 or whatever. Actually, that might work. What I'm trying to do is get it so that the tooth doesn't go too far past the line for meat, and this is going to cut it on a deeper angle than I wanted. So I have been finding, if I back it off, and I go to about 30, I guess 32 maybe, 25, 32, something like that. You go like this, and you come down, now it seems to be like lining up really well. Okay, so, like normal, we'll just drop this back down, this little guide. If you look at the guide, right in there, there's a nick on it. That was from practicing, folks. So, this rides in so. This is an Oregon chain, this one. So I don't know if that makes too much of a difference, where this one was a Husqvarna. But, okay, you go like so. Make sure that it's in there nice and snug. Okay, and hopefully you can see that. And now I'm going to try once again to freelance this with one hand. So turn this back on. Well, actually, I'm going to put my earmuffs on. Wait a second. Put the camera down. Put the earmuffs back on. Oh, there goes my hat. Okay. Freelance it again. Okay, turn it back on. Okay, she's a-rolling. So now, you come down, squeeze it, just like so. Oops, wait a minute. Squeeze it, and you come down. And see, I've already sharpened it, but it's just nicking it. So it doesn't need that much sharpening. This one. See? Just nick it. So there you have it. So, for sharpening your chainsaws, to get the angle that you want, I don't know if you can see that where that thing is, but it's a nice sharp little point. Can't really, I got gloves on, but let's see, maybe this side. See if you can get some cloth in here. There you go. See, it's grabbing. So, there you go. So this is the, what is this? Blue Max chainsaw grinder. And like I said, it's quiet. It works really well. The brake, if anyone wants or happens to buy one, this screw, it's a hex key, and it's a number 5 hex key. You can get 5.5, 4.5, whatever, but this is a 5. And I just tighten it up. It moves either way. You can flip it the other way. But I found, and I'll show you why, if you go like this, and you're squeezing over here, I find that it's going to be hitting here, somewhere in there. I don't know if you can see this properly, but my hand will be hitting this, and you got to keep it up like that, and then it's just not working. So this way, you come down like so. I put my thumb on it, so when I come down, you just go down a little bit, and as you go down, you just go down, squeeze, go down, squeeze, squeeze, and it just seems like a more natural flow for this particular model. And yeah, so there you go, there you have it, right? Like I said, the degrees right? I got this on what, 30, 25 maybe, I guess, pretty close, somewhere in between, for the left side of the tooth, and then over here on the 30. So maybe it's just the manufacturer didn't get it bang on or whatever, but still, if this is on 30, this is on like 25 or something. It's not that big of a difference. So there you go. There you have it. My first impressions of it. Well, I like it. It's quiet. It's super easy to use. You just pull down, like I said, and you just adjust it with this depth thing. It's a little loose, but again, what is the purpose of it? It just sits there to hit it. So that doesn't bother me. You may want to tighten it up. You can. There's a bottom right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a base screw to it. There's the on and off switch. And yeah, this is the little guide here. This one, you just adjust it to go forward or back. Like you can move it deeper or whatever you want, and then these just move the chain, just make it snug and grind it, and then you just squeeze, and that's how it squeezes right there. You squeeze, grabs the chain, squeeze, and you can back this off, so if you want it to open wider or whatever, no, it's not a problem. These bolts that I used, they're 3-inch bolts. They're just like, I don't know, 1/2 inch or whatever, but they're just skinny little 3-inch bolts. I don't have a spare one, or maybe I'll go find your spare one, and I'll show you. So anyways, this is the first review of this, so I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you got it, I got it at Home Depot. It was like, I think it was what, $77. And am I happy with it? Yes. Is it gonna last for years and years? Who's to say? But as far as sharpening the tooth and doing what it does, it works great. However, let me remind you, anyone watching this, you're still gonna have to file down your rockers. And I use these right here. Over here. There's 2 models. You can use this one, which just sits in between the teeth, just like that. And you can file with, over here. There we go. Try to do this while one-handing everything again. I wouldn't recommend filing it on here, but you can stick this on an old bar in a shed and you just file. And you're still gonna have to just grind it, file it back and forth, just, and it'll take down the rockers. This thing doesn't do that. You can't swivel this way or that way. So that's the way I do it. You're still gonna have to do it. And there you go. Simple as that. So now, thank you for watching. I hope you've learned something, or maybe possibly made you think about buying one, or make you second guess not to buy one. Either way, I am happy with it. I've only used it twice now, but I'm quite confident that it'll work. And I'm gonna make another video after this. I'm gonna make another video with this chain, and I'll show you. It'll be the old chain, and I'm gonna put it on my chainsaw, and I'm going to cut a piece of wood to show you that it actually does work. Like, it isn't dull, it's not doing whatever. It may not cut super well because I'm not gonna spend forever taking down these rockers right now, but it will cut. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Ciao.